Traveling to and from school should be safe, but what happens when it turns dangerous?
In any event, the decision to cancel school is super easy.
We wondered, though, how these decisions were made. To find out, we went and asked all the right people.
First up, we asked our chemistry teacher, Mr. Patel. So, why do you close school when it snows, Mr. Patel?
I am not the man you're looking for.
Next, we asked our assistant principal, Mr. Deaton, for the answers. You're talking to the wrong guy.
As a last resort, we went to the mightiest and fiercest person we knew.
Miss Principal?
I think it's
Miss Principal. Miss Principal Autumn, we need your help.
I heard you need some information.
Yes, we need information on how school is closed.
For that, you would have to go to Central Office.
Thank you, Miss Principal Autumn.
We appreciate that.
Now leave me. Butler, where's my Dr. Pepper?
Central Office. No one can stop us now. This is our moment, Easton. Act professional.
I got this. So, they told us you were the man to come to. Who are you exactly?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Rob Clayton, Warren County School Superintendent.
And that means?
Well, basically, it's like being the CEO of the organization.
So, getting to brass tacks, you're the one that closes school, correct?
Ultimately, I am the one that has to make the final decision, and I bear the responsibility for that decision. That is correct.
Alrighty, I guess that works for me. Thank you.
You don't have any more questions?
I guess we can ask some more. Did you have some?
So, Mr. Clayton, what goes into the decision of closing the fourth largest school district in Kentucky?
Well, it's a very complex process. Sometimes starts well before the weather event. But basically, we rise early on the day of the event, typically around 4 a.m., and we send spotters out throughout the county to travel the roads to assess the road conditions. And our transportation director communicates with our local meteorologists and law enforcement. And then he and I speak typically around 4:45 and discuss the current road conditions and try to predict as best we can what those conditions will be like during the morning commute.
So you're telling me you don't cancel just because you're not feeling it?
That is correct. It's a very important decision and one that we take very seriously.
Well, I think that answers everything. Thank you, Mr. Clayton, for your time,
You're
and we'll
welcome.
be talking to you shortly.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
We went home, but something was missing.
The math? It didn't add up.
As professional and totally legitimate investigative journalists, we couldn't let this go.
We needed the whole truth.
Hey, you guys got money for pizza?
Yeah, I got it. Wait a minute.
There's something you're not telling us.
Alright, let's hear it. What about the money?
Spill the beans.
Well, guys, there's a big misconception about money when it comes to closing school. Our school district does not lose funding when we cancel for snow days.
So, what are some other misconceptions that people usually have?
Well, I think one of the challenges that we have is informing our community that we have a very large area that our buses transport and our students drive upon. And in some cases, the conditions may look much different in certain areas, and so it's not too uncommon for some folks to question the decision because when they look out their window, they see that their roads are clear, or vice versa. In some cases, they see that their roads are covered with some snow, and that does create some questions for folks.
So, we brought some pictures, and we want to see your opinion on whether or not you would close school. So, the first picture, snowstorm.
Gentlemen, we wouldn't be having school during that snowstorm.
Understandable.
Now, what if it's nice, warm, and summery outside?
That looks like a great day to have school.
Alright, what if the weather is snowy, but it's melting fast? What do you do to account for those predictions?
Now that would be a tough decision. And unfortunately, we do have that from time to time. But basically, what we're trying to assess, what will the road conditions be during the morning commute? And this is where we rely heavily on the weather forecast from local meteorologists. We also communicate with our neighboring districts to see what the weather is that's coming through from whether it's the west or the southwest, and that helps us better predict what those conditions would be like.
All right. Now imagine if a Category 5 hurricane was barreling through Bowling Green Square. What would happen?
I think we would need to cancel school and take shelter immediately.
Okay. What about a huge sandstorm?
Gentlemen, I don't think that's very likely, but if it impacted our students' ability to drive the road safely and our buses to transport safely, we would cancel school.
But, Mr. Clayton, imagine if a meteor the size of Texas came down raining upon central office. What would you do?
I think I would run and hide.
Alright, this may be the hardest one yet. In the case aliens invade Earth and Avengers come to Bowling Green to save Warren County, would you close school?
Gentlemen, this is getting ridiculous. I think we need to stop this interview. It's over.
I'm sorry about him, sir. Let's get this back on track. Before we go, how can parents and families stay informed on these weather updates?
Well, we have a number of ways to communicate with our families. We do have text alerts. We also utilize social media. We utilize the local media, both TV and radio. You can follow me at Rob Clayton 14. We try to get that out as soon as possible at Warren County Schools.
I heard there's a news channel over there at South Warren. I heard some really handsome-looking gentlemen run that place, and they said they'll be posting updates. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That sounds like the Live from Sparta. I wouldn't trust that source at all, folks.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's right. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Well, I would like for our community to know that ensuring the safety of our students and staff is always our top priority, and we do recognize that the commute to and from school is often the most dangerous part of our students' day, and we will always try to err on the side of caution, and we want to keep our community informed. We do take the closing of school very seriously, and we try to make the very best decision based upon the information that we have at that time.
Alrighty, I think that answers it. Thank you, Mr. Clayton, for your time.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We appreciate it.
You guys take care.
You too.